I want to talk about a guy that everybody is saying and singing the praises about right now, and they're saying he's emerging, and that guy's name is Jermaine Burton. Everyone's saying Jermaine Burton. Um, Jermaine Burton looks like he's going to take the wide receiver 3 job. That's difficult to do when you got Mike Gesicki there, who is the wide receiver 3 effectively in this offense. That all being said, I do believe in my heart that Jermaine Burton is going to turn the corner. I think Jermaine Burton is going to impress a lot of people this season. Did any of y'all happen to catch Yoshi Voss's interview, though he did?
I just knew that defenses weren't that happy. I was super happy. Those are my guys, and I think we all make each other better. Everybody can learn something from one another, so it's just a great environment to learn in and to grow in and to be competitive in. And the goal is the Super Bowl, so I think with us three there, the Super Bowl is very much in our grasp.
Alluding to himself, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins.
Yeah,
I thought that was very interesting. Number one, you love to see that confidence from a young player, but I also think that's Andre Yoshivas basically putting his flag in the sand, so to speak, saying, I'm wide receiver 3 on the offense. You want to see that type of a confidence out of that. Although I will say this, for as confident as Yoshivas is, I still feel like there are still pillars of his game that we're hoping to see improve, right? But he had a lot of touchdowns, and I understand that that's the reason why a lot of people are excited about it, but I still think competition is great. I think competition breeds success, right? If you look at it, I think Jermaine Burton and Andre Yoshivas are going to be fighting, effectively for that true quote unquote wide receiver on the depth chart role. And I would even say throw a guy like Charlie Jones in. Charlie Jones should be competing as well for this role. The Bengals are deep at wide receiver. The question is who can stay healthy? Who's going to stay healthy? Who's going to stay healthy and who's going to be able to take advantage of those opportunities? But what do you guys think of the talk surrounding Jermaine Burton? Joe Burrow says Jermaine Burton's head is in the right place. He's matured. He's taking the next step. Everybody's saying the right things about Jermaine Burton, which is drastically different from what we heard last offseason. Daniel, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think for me, and this kind of goes to our conversation where we talk about depth, right? I think depth is such an important part of a team. And when we look at the Bengals right now, the depth at the wide receiver position, it's not strong. It really is. And you look at it, right? There were 27% of, snaps that weren't allocated to Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, or Yoshivas last year. So whether that's Charlie Jones, Jermaine Burton, that wide receiver 4 is going to get reps, and they are going to need to be played, whether that's, hey, knock on wood, an injury. Jermaine Burton is going to have to play this year. And I think that the Bengals are going to have to rely on him in spots. And I think it's a big thing. And when you look at Jermaine Burton versus Yoshivas is a safe option, right? And he's a good receiver, but Jermaine Burton is the guy that you hope can be in that spot opposite of, with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and hopefully it's at Jermaine Burton. But I just look at it and I say, hey, at the end of the day, the Bengals need Jermaine Burton to be good because Charlie Jones is a slide-in piece. But respectfully, right now, I'm not going to rely on Charlie Jones right now. That is a worst-case scenario. Hey, if somebody goes down, if Jermaine Burton is not playing well, if Yoshivas even goes down, you hopefully have to rely on him, but I don't want to rely on him. And that's why I think it's so crucial that Jermaine Burton is at least looking well so far. So I think this could be a broad statement with every other position, but I think that the depth is extremely important. I'm fully confident this goes to a larger point. If Jermaine Burton can step up and be that wide receiver that we think he could be, I don't have a lot of concerns about this team, respectfully, because at the end of the day, we have concerns about the offensive line. But you paid Jamar Chase, you paid T. Higgins, you paid Joe Burrow. If you have those 3 guys, and I look at the season the Bengals had last year, I think 9 times out of 10, I think you make the playoffs with the season that they had last year. So I think if Jermaine Burton can really step in and step up and be a wide receiver 3, I think this Bengals offense is going to thank him extremely well. So I think he's playing with house money because it's not like he's being forced to be a wide receiver 3 right now.